Good afternoon, everyone from the Pacific Northwest. It is Saturday, April 20th. I don't know how many people like 420, but it is April 20th. And I am your host, Effigy, better known as Greg. I kind of switch that around every once in a while. Effigy on Steam, Greg here in life. And then you're watching The Weekly Factor here on Factor of Games. Thank you for joining. It's good to have everybody. It's been one of those weeks of, I don't know, just normal stuff. There wasn't anything crazy. I am recording for the members only side that right now is kind of going on. I don't know if anybody will watch it, but it's being recorded. So lots of things going on. There was some good games selected this week for the voting, the poll. And you guys voted on those. If you don't know what goes on with that, or you're new here, this is the Weekly Factor. It's a one time a week show. It's always Saturdays, and we kind of go over games running on the Steam Deck Oled and the Legion Go. You vote on them. The audience votes on it. And how you do that is you subscribe to YouTube, to the channel here, Factor of Games, and then you'll get a daily poll notice, usually around 6 a.m. This week ended up one was like at 9 a.m. It just, in that specific time, just got screwed up. But what you do is you have your bell like to notify you and things like that. You'll get notified. Go in there and vote for what game you want to see. There's usually 4 selections, or there's always 4 selections. They somewhat have something to do with each other. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And then whatever game wins out of that goes on to the Saturday show. We do 5 polls each week. So there's 5 games, plus I pick one extra game that comes out during the week, usually during the week, right? It's one of those things where it could have been a week ago, could have been the same week, could have been, it's coming down the pipeline, something like that, right? But we do have 6 games, and those games, we might as well go through those right now. Let's take a look at them on the Steam Deck. That'll probably be the one to start off with as usual. Let's make sure our controller's running. I got them all downloaded, I think. That's always a challenge. And let me get back to the main screen. Oh, man. So many screens to click through. There we go. So, first game, Evil West. Evil West is kind of a over-the-shoulder shooter. I think you're battling vampires, if I remember correctly. Wolves or vampires, one of the two. It does run on the Steam Deck, but it's not verified. It's playable. And actually on the Steam Deck Oled, I think it's going to be pretty good. They probably had a little bit of time to optimize it. Maybe Steam didn't get back around to actually, putting the game as verified or retesting it or something like that. It's been a little bit of time for that one. The next one is Shadows of Doubt. Shadows of Doubt is kind of a voxel style detective. I don't know if it's an RPG, right? But it's a story-based game. You're kind of walking around, you're trying to figure things out. It's got a unique look to it. A lot of people like that. Deathloop. Deathloop is I think it's a Bethesda game. I don't think it was ZeniMax. Well, it's all Microsoft now, but this is one of those games that does some interesting stuff with time, where you die, you can go backwards, you can replay, you kind of see things that you've done already. It's got some interesting stuff that you go through. I've never beat the game yet, but your 2 characters, one is, and they both kind of know each other. You play the guy and the girl's trying to kill you, essentially. That's how it works. For what reason, you find out as you go through. Come Deliverance, a buddy of mine, Scott, he put in a request through the link tree that I have for Factor of Games and said, hey, can you play this? And I said, you know what? I'll put it in the queue this week for the polls, and we'll see if it actually works, or see if it goes through. And it did win out. It actually went out by like 70% of the vote. So not too bad. What else won? Fallout 4. Fallout 4. Obviously, there's interest in Fallout. If you haven't already, or if you live under a rock, you should know that Fallout is now I guess a TV show is what they would call it. I don't know if it's a TV show. It's basically Amazon Prime Video. Amazon paid Microsoft, Bethesda, whoever, to use the rights to make a show. And I think it's like Amazon Prime, MGM somebody, and Bethesda. I don't know. It's a lot of companies coming together to make it really good, super positive. People like it, and don't spoil it for anybody. If you're in the comments, don't do it. But yeah, it's really got its following. So Fallout 4 obviously got a boost from that. Fallout 76, they were doing tons of special deals, like sales. I think some of them are still going on. There's still a sale on Humble Bundle, which is the link below. That is where you can get, some discounts on sale games, things like that, and support the channel. So the links below do that. I think they also had on Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. I know that those 4 had sales going on. I'm pretty sure like that pack for Fallout 1, 2, and was it Brotherhood of Steel? Fallout 3, whatever. It's Fallout 2, Brotherhood of Steel or something like that. That one also I think was on sale as well. And then No Rest for the Wicked came out. So I already did a real view video for that. We're going to check that one out here. Excuse me, as our game of the week. So the game I chose. A couple other highlights. Duckside, you can apply for Duckside's playtest right now. That's with, they're based downtown. They always wear orange. I can't think of their name. Their owner or the guy that founded it always wears orange. What's their name? We'll have to go in and look. I cannot think of it right now. I can picture everything about their company, but I can't think of the developer's name. It's an indie publisher. Tiny Build. Jeez, couldn't think of it. So Tiny Build's based in Seattle. Well, they were at one time. I don't know if they're still here. But Whisker Waters. This is, who was this one from? This was sent to me as well. And this is Merge. So Merge is the publisher, Underbite is the developer, Underbite Games. And this is kind of a cat fishing game. It's kind of cute. It's an interesting game. I haven't had a chance to do a real view video on that one. Crystalla, this is coming from a female-led dev team, and it's completely all their project, all the weights on their shoulders. They have been funding it themselves. So Astral Clock Tower Studios. We've shown a real view video of the previous beta for this one, or the previous game that they put out, which was a demo. The game, I think, is coming out later this. Is it later? Late 2025? I thought it was actually planned to be released late this year. They must have changed it, but it's a Dark Souls style with cats. So we'll be doing, I'll be doing a video for that one as well. This is the updated, beta. I think they had it PAX East. So they sent that over as well. And I think that was it for the major stuff. So let's jump into the games with Fallout 4. Let's see how it runs on the Steam Deck Oled. That's what we're going to first take a look at. I'll try to adjust the volume levels accordingly, but I think we'll be okay. I think I'm using the settings. I took the real view video this week. So you can find that if you're subscribed to the channel, it'll be in the video feed, but you can find it in the Steam Deck OLED playlist as well. And I did pretty much all of the Fallout games except for 1, 2, and I think it's that Brotherhood of Steel game. But I will do those 3 this week sometime. I just didn't have enough time. You do get this. So one of the things about this game, and we may have talked about this before, is that Fallout 4, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas have a launcher. This is the Bethesda launcher. It's not great. And they still run with it. Now, Fallout 4 is getting a next-gen update, and that hopefully will fix this. And I hope that I didn't screw us up here by going into the options, but I may have to restart the game. Essentially, I've got it set to Ultra, so the game's running on the highest settings with the highest sampling. Even the Ultra settings here for God rays and all that stuff. I guess we could put that on Ultra. Yeah, pretty much everything is set. Now, you can see how blown up the launcher is. I can't find the setting to okay. So let's go ahead and close out and then relaunch it. So once you get your settings set, then you can go back in And the game will, you can find that, you'll see where I click on it, and you'll find like how to start the game if you haven't seen that already. But let's let it do its little validating update here, and then we'll go back in. But yeah, there's this weird thing about the launcher. Now with that next gen update, I expect that launcher to be fitted, or they're going to try to get rid of it. I don't know how that's going to work. I've never seen them do that with any of the other games that have it. It'd be interesting. It'd actually be a much better experience, but they may keep it. But like up here, I'm going to take myself off screen. You'll see the play is up in the corner here. Once you've got all the options set up, you'll restart the game, come back in, and then you'll just kind of tap on play with your finger on the screen or with the mouse or whatever you're using. And then it just crashed. What's going on here? Why is that? We were able to show it before. Let's try launching it one more time. It could have got to where it's behind something, but let's just see what happens here. I'm going to click play again. I think it was just a weird little, no, what the hell's going on? This game was running just fine. I did a video on it just this week. Let's do this. Let's take a look. I didn't have to do anything special. I don't know. Maybe it's that one setting that I flipped on. Let's try this. Let's, usually Proton Hotfix is like my go-to for like fixing any of these games. Let's see if that does it. It could be that we need to restart. I know that there's an update there. It shouldn't be. Oh, it's going to try to download content now too. This takes a long time. We may be, nope, didn't actually take that long. It did the other day. I was going to say, we may be better off just to let this one sit. We'll jump over the Legion Go, but let's give it a second. Let's see what happens here. Let it do its thing. Hopefully it doesn't take long, and hopefully it'll actually run. I didn't have to do this for the live view. You can see that one, like I said, is in the playlist. So they may have thrown an update, or it's something to do with there's an update waiting to happen. I don't know. Sometimes it can be a little strange. Now see, it's trying to update something here in the corner. You saw that popped up here. It was doing some kind of update. So I don't know what's up. Let's try just clicking play. We're not going to change anything. If it doesn't run, look at this. What is going on? It must be that change that I made from ultra to high, or high to ultra for the one setting. That's just really odd. It shouldn't have any effect on it. And see, it didn't change. That God Ray thing didn't change. So I don't know what is going on. Let's just do this. We're going to restart the Steam Deck. And we will go with the Legion Go first. So let's go ahead and let the Steam Deck do its update up here. Old enough to vote? What? Oh, this is the preview channel. What is this update? Let's just take a look really fast. Sorry. Fixed an issue causing some stuff. Stability. Maybe it's stability. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened. So we'll let that apply. Let's jump over to the Legion Go. We'll do Fallout 4 on the Legion Go, and then we'll jump back. That's really strange. I don't know. Hey, Fixstar, how are you? Welcome. This is different. Yeah, it's a little different. I know. There's always something here. You know how it is. All right, let's do Fallout 4 on the Legion Go. The one thing we need to do is, there it is. I was going to say, we just need to turn our performance metrics on. Okay, now on the Legion Go, you can see this is at 1920 by 1080. So you can see that it's a bigger field for a field of view, so you can actually see the whole thing. It's set to 720, but let's move that up to 1080. Let's go high or ultra, and let's do everything. We'll do God Rays on ultra. Everything else is set to that. Oh, let's take off motion blur. Not a big fan. Okay, now let's see if we can get this one to launch. If not, Bethesda's up to something, and they must be like causing trouble before their next gen update. I don't know. It was running great too. It runs at like 90 frames per second on the Steam Deck Oled. But we'll see if we can get it running on here. I don't know why it didn't run on the OLED. I just did the video. It was, I think I recorded it on Wednesday. Yeah, Fixstar. So I know it's, the live show is more for just kind of going through games one by one that people vote on during the week. I know I mentioned it earlier, but that's kind of what the show is about, right? So you actually get to see things working or not working, like we just saw. Again, this is taking a little bit of time, but you know what? This is Windows, so I bet what happened here is that it's actually right there. What it is like get that launcher kind of took over, so it was still stuck on the launcher screen when the game's playing behind it. Let's grab our control. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to play with mouse and keyboard since we're sitting here, but it works with controller just fine. That's what the live view video showed. There's no issue with that. Do we have mouse controller or no? Oh, it's going to do controller, so I'm using an Xbox. Let's just jump right into where I left off. Great show. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I know Fixstar's a little different than what we used to do. It's kind of the same. I don't know. I don't have anybody to kind of do the sidekick thing. Brooks, he's living down in Vegas now, so we don't get a chance to do that. But yeah, I like doing the show on my own. I enjoy it. It's fun. All right, so here we go. Let's check the volume just to make sure that we got the volume at a good level. I can tend to guess and see. They're shooting at me right now. I can see it. I could probably turn it up just a little bit. Let's do that. Okay, there we go. I'm going to skedaddle, as you will. And we're going to go get out of this town right now because they're going to kill me. We'll start heading down this way. We'll kind of go off, just take a look at some stuff. You can see like where we're running. I mean, we're running at Ultra at 1080p on the Legion Go. 50s, 40s, right? If we were to back it down to 720, you probably would be well up. You'd be at least at 60, probably even higher than 60 in most cases. But this is kind of your performance level. It's not too bad, right? In general, it's not a horrible experience. And I do believe, yeah, everything's set to performance, and it's on 30 watts. So this is basically as much as the Legion Go can output. Let's just check the bottom one here. Yeah, performance as well. So this is basically its limit. But 1080p though, you're still getting above 30 frames per second. Now you can get 60, like I said, if you kind of drop it down a little bit. When you get into town, you probably will run into a little bit of lag, or slow down. I would probably say that playing 720 is going to be the way to go on this one if you want to maintain 60. But we'll kind of cruise around here. Now I will throw it if I can. I don't think I can change the stuff on the fly. You have to actually step back out. Yeah. I would have to step back out to be able to put it at 1280 by 720. So right now we'll just continue to run it at 1080p, and we'll go see if we can find some enemies to shoot. We could have went back there, but we'll go a little bit further, see some different stuff around here. Still looks pretty good. I mean, right here, 58, something like that, 54. Oh, thanks, Fix. Yeah, Vegas. Vegas is all right. We were both working at a company down there. I just left the company. I guess it was last week. I let them know. So this is my final week, but Brooks is still there, still enjoying Vegas. Let's kind of work our way up. I think there's a little town up here. And we might be able to get into... No, I don't know if there's anybody here or not. Let's go inside a building, just kind of see. About 49. Oh! There's a roach. Take that. Now I have, I don't know, probably about 200 hours, close to that, on this game, on at least PC, and then probably 100 or so on like PS4, I think was the other game system that I played it on. So I really like it. I think Fallout 4 is great. Some people asked me, I think it was this week, which game they should start with. My advice would be start with Fallout 3, because you want to experience the whole thing. Yeah, have fun for Brooks in Vegas, no doubt. He does have fun. I think he enjoys it. But I would suggest start with Fallout 3, then go to Fallout New Vegas, then go into 4, because 4 just brought so much to the table in terms of like new features, upgrades, stuff like that, and especially with this next gen update coming, that if you started with that, you might find that Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas looks a little rough on the eyes. It's just, they're a little dated, right? In that sense, they are, at this point, Fallout 3 is, how old is it? 2008? Is that when it came out? Might have been 2008. So you figure 2008 to 2024, you're looking at least 16 years, something like that, right? Little dated. Why can't I go forward here? It's so weird. It keeps stopping me. I guess I just couldn't go over those rocks. I'm not seeing any enemies. I thought we'd run into some over here. But yeah, given that advice, definitely start with Fallout 3. Experience that game because it's amazing. The DLCs probably, in my opinion, are the best out of all the Fallout series. I don't know if these are mean or hostile or not. They look like it. Yeah, they want to kill me. Now we do have our VATS. Oh, we had to reload. It killed me. It just knocked me out right on my head. I didn't get a chance to see the frames per second either. Let's see if it just backs us up a little bit. But yeah, Fallout 3 had the best DLCs in my opinion. Now Fallout New Vegas. Oh, we're back at that little starting point. That's fine. We'll just kill these guys. Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. They both have great DLCs, but I like Fallout 3's better. Fallout 4 DLCs are, well, let's just say the, what is it? The one where you're on the boat, Far Harbor. That one's probably the best. Nuka World's okay, but my opinion, probably Far Harbor's the best one out of that. But the game with the settlement building, the different clans, all of the stuff. Oh, we died again. I'm not even healing. I'm not worried about healing. That's the problem. The Deathclaw just came out. Let's reset, do that again. We'll have the Deathclaw run around a little bit. But looks like the 50s, 40s, 50s. Can I blow up that truck? That'd be nice. If I can do that. I don't think I can. I thought I could. Oh, there it is. So let's see. We're at 50s in town with lots of stuff. Let's see what happens when this truck blows. Come on. Oh my god. It's still not blowing. It's going to blow right when I get near it. There we go. Oof. 53. Yeah, I didn't even mess with it. Uh-oh. I'm out. Somebody else needs to take over. I know these guys are fighting over here. Do I have any other weapons? Where's her weapons at? Inventory. Shotgun. There we go. That'll work a little bit. And I think... Oh, I don't have any stim packs, or I don't have them mapped. One of the two. Let's see. No. I want to move this way. There we go. I don't have any stim packs. That sucks. Okay, well. Let's see if we can get around to get that death claw. This game also is a better shooting experience in my mind. I don't know. It feels more like a shooter. We just keep dying. We might have to move forward. I'm just going to run up, set the death claw off, see if we can get close, and we will do that. Can I do VATS enough to... Let's see. Yes. I missed. God, give me a break. And I'm sitting here saying, oh, it's an amazing shooting experience. I'm going to run right past him. We're going to set the death claw in motion. There he goes. Let's not die. Good. Now they're fighting him. That's what I wanted. Oh, they're still after me, though. There he is. So, yeah, with him, he's bigger enemy. Let's see if we can get him over here. He's causing a little bit of frame drop, but not a lot, like 40s. Oh, there's a guy over here. I don't know if I can kill him or... Oh, the death claw got him. There he goes. Now he's coming after us. Come on. I think he threw something. Yeah, 40s. I mean, like I said, if you bounce this down to 720 or you drop it down to high with 1080p, you're probably going to be fine. You're going to be close to 60. It can do it. It can do 60 for sure. I will be doing a video. I don't think I've ever done one for the Legion Go yet. So I'll do a real world video and I'll do some different quality settings that we can go through and look at. But the game itself runs just fine. Here's what we'll do. We'll jump out of this now. And then let's jump over to the Steam Deck. Hopefully that's restarted. It did not restart yet. What is it doing to me? I'm just going to tell it to restart. It'll take a sec here. We'll jump back over here. Let's do another game on the Legion Go while we got time, and we'll let that restart. So, one of the other games that was voted on was Evil West. So Evil West was not a... It didn't run great at the first launch of it on the Steam Deck. It didn't, you know, when it launched, you tried to run it on the Steam Deck, you had to set everything completely to low, and it wasn't a great experience. Now, the Legion Go, a little bit more power, as we've talked about. It's going to be running on Windows, so it's going to be a little bit more friendly with it. There's no Proton involved or anything, although Proton's been just great. I don't think there's any issues with it in most cases. It's just really like anti-cheat. But this is a, you know, game that runs on, normally that runs on your Windows machine. So let's see why. What do we got to do to start this? Do we have to use the mouse? We have to use the mouse right now. Let's just accept. We don't care. Accept. A legal notice. Why do we got to look at this? Okay, autosave. There we go. It does work on controller. It's just doing something strange here. But let's go in and see what the Legion Go will do with the game. So, no, don't apply yet. There we go. There it is. That's one of it. Oh yes, there's spiders. So if you have that, you can change this, and it'll, I think, get rid of those critters. If you have arachnophobia, we're gonna leave everything turned off. We will turn on VSync. Let's do that. I don't think it'll be able to run on epic quality. Let's try medium. And it does have FSR, so let's put that on. We'll put it on balanced, and we'll take off motion blur. So, and I believe it is 1080p. It says full screen windowed. So it's going to try and fill the screen whatever resolution it is. So I think it is set to 1080p. Let's see if it says it anywhere. No, it does not. But yeah, I think we're running at 1080p, so it's going to try to set it towards that. So let's just jump in. We'll do continue. And see where this puts us at. I know it was a train. I know this is kind of the area that I left off in. There we go. Looks like they have optimized it a little bit better. We're at 59. Well, it was running well. Let's just see. We'll move in. Yeah. Ooh. Oh. It's a cutscene. I was going to say, damn, this thing's bouncing around. It's horrible. There's some of the zombie things or whatever they are. Okay, now I don't remember the weapon configuration. Okay, let's just get through that. Let's find a gun maybe in our inventory. No? Nope. We don't have it. Okay. Guess we're just going with hands right now. Can we bust that out? No, that's just a traversal or whatever it is. It's been a while since I played. Developers sent the game over. I did the live view video for it, and then I didn't have time. I got right into like a totally different game. So unfortunately, I never got a lot of time to spend with this. But that's kind of the way it normally goes with majority of these games. I don't get a ton of time to actually spend playing them because we've got more and more. Do I have to kill something else? Oh, gotta go down here. There's a lot of like cursors and that stuff on the screen. Let's see if we can't get rid of that. So this thing, there we go. I don't know why that arrow was still up there. That guy died. Do I need something on him? No. But yeah, at medium settings, we're getting 59. It seems to be pretty locked. It's got some little weird things it's doing here and there. How did I traverse this before? Was it? Nope. That's not it. It's not down there. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I need to do one more thing. Or maybe it just wants me to do the stuff up in the corner. Oh, you know what? Is this the tutorial level? I know I got further than this. Maybe it's pulling just the stuff from the game. Why can't I get over this? What am I missing? I think this is the way. That guy's dead, so that's not going to be it. Double tap to roll. Roll to dodge. Did I have to do that with like some of the bad guys? How do we traverse this? Let's go back over here. It's not glowing anymore, so I don't know if we can do it or not. Yeah, like I can't go backwards. Huh. I'm missing something. Not that. It's some weird combination, or it's just not letting me. Because I've got to kill something else that didn't spawn. Huh. I don't know. Let's restart the level. But let's try and up the quality of the graphics as well. So let's see. So we want to go over here. We want to go and let's just do overall quality high. See how that does. And let's just do this. We're going to go back. We're going to restart if we can. or exit out. Back to menu. Video. Maybe we can't. Reach the... Oh, am I sitting on top of the thing? What's it saying? Oops. What is it? Legion Go. Reach the bridge. Okay. But we can't. Okay. Anyhow. Why can't we? Restart mission. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I was supposed to dodge with those enemies to trigger the... to trigger it to move forward. So now we're on high. This is... Okay, here's the entire mission. Okay, this is the beginning. Reach the bridge. Yeah, see, he automatically does this traversal. I didn't have to press anything. He just wasn't doing the other ones. Yeah, I don't have to do anything. You just kind of move. Okay. So with high performance, 1080p, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Let's work our way around. You learning the graphics side? Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the nice thing about it, right? To see what the games actually look like. So pressing A uses the arm. Okay. Let's just keep going. Yeah, this is what the show's for, is just kind of walk through, see what kind of graphics performance you get out of these devices, see what works best. FSR always helps. Especially at 1080p, it looks a lot better. A little bit lower resolution is not as good. So let's see here. Melee attack is just, that's all I gotta do for this guy. That's what I thought. And then you just run up and you traverse. Yeah, doesn't have to do anything. So let's try rolling and just see if that's what triggers the next thing. Okay, there was a roll. There's a dodge. Let's see, we'll roll again. Dodge. Roll through. I don't know. I mean, kind of dodged and rolled a lot. So maybe it's time to kill them. Or at least one of them. Okay. Oh, yeah. See, there was a third guy that didn't find his cue. That was what it was. He didn't come out of the woodwork. I figured there was something, because we were able to traverse without pressing any buttons. Alright, let's kill this dude. Now, see, it's glowing. Okay, good. Let's do this. Let's go and bump everything up one more time. And just see if we can get to epic settings. Whoops. So epic, and move that back down. Oh. Yeah, we're holding tight. So this game's been... Okay, 56, 59. It's not locked at 60, right, like it was before. High would get you that. But epic gets you some frame drop. Well, some frame drops below 60. 48, 59. Getting further into the game, you can always have a little bit different experience. I would probably say, like, stick to high, because it seemed like high wasn't getting as many, like, jittery kind of video. Let's go down to high, and let's do this. Let's move FSR to quality and see if we can't take back just a little bit more. Okay, now we're on high settings, quality, FSR. So this, yeah, looking pretty good. What's it say? We got to dodge forward. Okay, just basically press A when you're moving forward. Oh, another bad guy. You can't lock on, so it's not like Dark Souls, but the camera's actually not... It's pretty good. It's not like thinking on its own and kind of trying to throw you off. There we go. Is he going to automatically do it? Nope. Oh, we got to heal first. There we go. Now we can move forward. Yeah, any of the traversal stuff, he just does that on its own. Drop down. We'll finish this guy off, and we'll see if we can go back to the Steam Deck and do Fallout 4, and then this game, and then we'll be caught back up. Let's just try to get this dude out. Send him airborne. So you can do a little juggling. It's not a lot, just slight. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's still locked at 60. So yeah, I would just do high and FSR on quality. And then if you saw like the frames bouncing around, I would then probably do FSR on
this would be a bad time for this thing to collapse.
Balanced. But this is kind of the areas that you're going to be in, so it's not open world. You can't just run anywhere. Oh, I could have probably killed that dude without attacking. I think it wanted me to like knock him so hard that he'd fly into this. All right. There he goes. Nice. It's an interesting game. I don't know. Oh, he didn't. I gotta juggle. I didn't juggle him so well. I guess you gotta break every one of these. There it goes. Nope, just that one. Alright, so let's jump out of Evil West and try the Legion, or the Steam Deck. So we'll get out of the Legion Go here. Legion Go is running Evil West just fine. And actually much better than it was at launch, around the launch of the game with the Steam Deck. Okay, so let's try, this is Steam Deck. Let's try Fallout 4 again, but we probably still have, what is it called? The Proton hotfix running. Yeah, this is horrible. I don't like this. I'm just going to use the Steam Deck. Because usually what I'd do is I'd touch the screen. Ah, now I got us into here again. To start the game up. So I'm wondering if it's like the mouse is causing an issue. Because again, this was running just fine yesterday or 2 days ago. So let's try it one more time. And I'm going to try like adjusting the screen. So I'm going to jump off screen so I can use the touch screen to see if we can launch it that way. Okay, we'll hit play. It's not going through. I don't know what's going on now. That is strange. I haven't run into this before. Game was running just fine. I guess we can do experimental. It's probably going to try to download something again. Unless it already has the stuff. I might even have to go back and watch my own video just to see if there's actually something I did otherwise. But again, I don't remember it. I just fired it up and it worked. I don't know what we're running into that's kicking us back out. Okay, I'm going to try just doing the touchscreen again. Play. Yeah. Well, I guess I have 157 hours. How did it work before? This is interesting. I didn't change anything. I guess let's try the Proton Beta. I don't think that would make a difference because experimental has just a little bit more above it, but I'm not sure what the game tries to launch with normally, but I'd probably bet that it's like 8.0 Proton. Huh. I don't know. If it doesn't work on this, I guess, yeah, see, it just keeps bouncing us back to the screen. I don't know if they did an update just recently and caused this. I mean, obviously they're getting ready to put out a next-gen update, and they said that the Steam Deck will be verified. But the other day it was running at like 90 frames per second and was running along just smooth. So I don't know what they're up to right now. Let's do one more test here. I'm going to try launching it, the device without being plugged in. So bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to go to the face cam here. I'm going to grab the device and we're going to try launching it like on the device itself. And we're going to turn everything off, like any special protons or anything like that. I've never seen it to where having it plugged into a capture card or to a TV would cause a game to not launch. But that's the only thing I can think of, is that it's doing something that I didn't test for when I did the real view video. So it's doing a little bit of Microsoft. I can actually have a way to do this, the real view thing. There we go. We can kind of see it this way. Give me 1 sec. Let's see if we can see it like this. See, it's doing something where it's now saying this is different. So on the device, it did this before. It wasn't doing it on the capture card just now. You got to tap these like that. And you see how play is like not even visible up here. You got to like just tap in the corner. And there the game's now starting. Whatever the issue is, it doesn't like the capture card to try to launch. But now we should, let's just let it load to the main screen, the menu screen. There we go. And let's try to plug it in now. See if it'll actually pick it up. Something weird about that. I don't know what that is. Hopefully the capture card is just like, yeah, this is fine. Let's switch back to the cam. There we go. So that's the answer. You just got to basically fire it up on the machine first, then plug the HDMI or the USB-C HDMI into it, or your capture card via USB-C, and you're good to go. I don't know, really strange. That was an interesting little trick that we had to work out. And I'm back to using my, this is a 8-bit DOE controller. So let's just load into, if it will let me. It's not letting me load with the controllers, but I'm going to try using the mouse and keyboard here. It's not doing that either. Interesting. It doesn't like the controllers on the... You might... I mean, you just might be out of luck if you want to do what I'm doing, where it's... Nope, there it goes. I don't know. It's fickle. Hopefully they have all this ironed out before they put the next-gen update out. The next-gen update, for anybody that doesn't know, is going to be on the 26th, I believe, is when it comes out. 25th or 26th. And that will, I believe, be free for the Steam users. I know that for a fact. I'm not sure if it's free for like the PS5, PS4 crowd or the Xbox crowd. Not 100% sure on either of those. We got to run out of here because we're going to die. I will scoot down this way and we'll see if we can maybe scrounge up a stim pack somewhere. I don't think I went through these areas. So hopefully somebody's got a stim pack. Those bottle caps. It's not what we needed. I think I have an apple. That's all I have to actually heal myself.
No bobby pins.
I don't even have bobby pins. Probably there's a stim pack in there. Oh, there's some food. You know what? Oh, there's bobby pins. Okay, let's run up and do that. I think we're safe. I don't think I have to worry about anything. But you can see right now we're running about 59. We're on the ultra setting. And if I was to take it out of the capture card, it'd probably go up to like close to 90. I broke it. Or at least 90 at some points. Let's just say that. I broke it again. It's over here. There we go.
Sweet.
Come on, stim pack. No stim pack. Damn. What do we have to eat in the inventory? Not that we have to worry about this. All I have to do is make it like around the corner or something like that, just so we can see a little bit of the performance. Okay. Health is coming up. Good. Didn't mess around with it. So, a little bit weird. Why can't I select my guns now? God, who knows? Who knows? Something's weird right now. I don't know what's up. I can't select any... Now I've got my gun back. For whatever reason. That's really strange. Let's go back in and see if we can get that shotgun. No. And it's doing some free... I think this is because... I think it's because it's actually, like, on the capture card. I think it's something to do with Fallout doesn't like this HDMI being plugged in. Because, again, it was doing just fine on the actual device itself. So I expected it's something weird that we're dealing with here. Yeah. Wreak Havoc, welcome. But you promised yourself no more buying games until you beat the backlog. Currently playing Zelda. Oh, okay, nice. And Cyberpunk. Sweet. I know. You gotta have like extra games to play though. Try getting into the hundreds and thousands and then you'll be like, ugh. All of those are great games though, both Cyberpunk and Zelda. Love them. So, and you're not going wrong, but Deathloop's kind of interesting. It's a shorter game than either one of the other two, right, that you're playing. That's kind of where I go anymore, is I kind of go towards like the shortest games. Like, what was it, Alone in the Dark? That was only 7 hours. That was great. Not that I was 100% happy with the entire game, but it was great because it played well. It had a very interesting story. And the only thing I would say the downside of it was the combat. Combat kind of sucked. But as far as I know, like, Edward Carnaby's not necessarily like a fighter anyhow. So, you know, you get what you're working with what you have in that sense. I have a level up. Can I do that? Give me something. I want something for... Oh, you know what? You see what's happening? This happens with this controller all the time. Look at how it's skipping over the other ones. It like jumps from one to the next. But if I use the controller on... Or if I use anything else, I'm trying to use the mouse and keyboard. It won't let me right now. It plays much better. You know, I love the longer games. I used to be one like you... I put 150 hours into Fallout, right? Fallout 4. I put 150 or 200 hours into Fallout 3. I like those games as well, but I kind of find that eventually you've got to like spread those out. So like I'm still playing through Cyberpunk 2 years later, right? It's just that way for me. Like there's just no way to like sit down that long and play it. But for Alan Wake, I was like, okay, I'm going to try to record this. So I recorded the whole thing and was able to... Boy, they killed me, didn't they? They did. They got me. Anyhow, we see it running. Runs better without being connected. Like, play it just directly on the device. That's my advice. Until they put that next-gen update out for whatever it is. Chariot Man, how are you? Welcome. How's, I've seen you've been playing the Legion Go. I like the Legion Go. It's been a really good device. Let's jump out of Steam Deck. So Fallout 4 runs, but I would tell you don't plug it into a capture card if you're playing it on Steam Deck. Just play it on the device. It's got a lot of bugs. Who knows what's going on? Does the Steam Deck OLED do anything new? Well, it does in a way. It doesn't do anything new when it's docked, but you do get a little bit extra power behind it. The battery life is far better, as you've heard, probably. I wouldn't sit there and say that it does. Let's jump into Evil West now. I wouldn't say that it does anything that the Steam Deck LCD can't do. Let's just say that. It just gets a little bit more power, a little bit more battery, right? But it doesn't do anything different, to my knowledge, than the normal Steam Deck. The LCD version here. If I plugged that in, it would just run the exact same in terms of like features and stuff like that. So yeah, nothing special. What's my favorite one? You know, I really do like the Legion Go. I still like the Steam Deck for Steam OS, number one. The OLED screen does look really good at night when I'm playing it. And I like the form factor better on the Steam Deck, but in terms of like what I take with me when I'd like go down to work in Vegas, or I would just go and do anything. Oh, did our stream drop? Hang on. We might have lost it. It's all right. I recorded anyhow, but yeah, I think the internet might have coughed or just reset. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure. Let me see if it's back up and running, because it like flipped out. Okay, it's running. It's running. Restream flipped out. It's like not showing a stream, so I didn't know if it was working or not. But back to your question, Cherry Man. I take the Legion Go with me a lot of places, and I was taking it down to Vegas where I was working and stuff like that. But yeah, I still like the Steam Deck. I think the Steam Deck is the best value. But like the Legion Go is nice if you have the $800 to drop and you want to, you know, be able to do like the mouse gaming, you know, the first person kind of gameplay. That's kind of a nice feature. But if I had, you know, $399 and I didn't want to throw $799 out there, I'd get the Steam Deck. I have seen them go on sale. Yeah, I obviously, like you, paid full price, so that was just kind of that. But I have seen them go on sale for a little bit. The ROG Ally, I don't mind the ROG Ally. The one thing about the ROG Ally was it really didn't offer me anything unique. It wasn't unique enough to say that like it was better than the Steam Deck in my eyes, although it did run on Windows, right? And it does have, for whatever reason, the 16:9 ratio versus the other devices and their, the 16.10 ratio that the Steam Deck has and the Legion Go has. So you get the black bars. I don't know why they chose to do that. And, you know, ROG went with like a 16:9 ratio. I still haven't gotten that ever answered. It's never been a good answer. Nobody has given me like why they did that and then the other companies didn't, right? Like I don't know. I would love to know why they thought that was the way to go, because I do like 16:9 because a lot of games, like all the Square Enix games, are set up in 16:9. They don't support 16:10 at all. Like they always have black bars, right? And Capcom mostly has 16:9 support rather than 16:10. So I don't know why anybody chose one or the other. black bars don't necessarily bother me enough to say like, I wouldn't go with it. But, you know, realistically, the ROG Ally didn't offer what I thought to be a compelling thing that would make me want to buy it or keep it over the Legion Go, right? In that sense. The Legion Go just had the little bit of neat stuff that I liked. I'm kind of like a gadget person, right? In that sense. Sorry, I gotta get my mouse running. There we go. I am using mouse and keyboard right now because that controller is screwed up. It's doing that input skip that it's been doing. So I don't know how this game plays with mouse and keyboard, but it's running. And we're at about 32 frames, so we're going to make some adjustments here. What are you doing, machine? Okay, escape. So we're at 29, 30, 33. Just want to spin it around 31. Let's go in and do this. You like the LED analog sticks on the ROG Ally? Yeah, those are nice. I do too. The ROG Ally is a great device. Like I said, I especially when you can get it for $3.99 when it was on sale. Now that was the non-extreme version of the what is it? The Z1. I can't remember the Z1 Extreme chipset, whatever. So a little bit different there. I don't know what's going on with this. Like it's trying to jump between mouse and keyboard and controller. It's doing something weird. Let me do this. I'm going to try shutting this controller down and we'll see if I can't reset this. How about you, Chariot Man? Like I know you've had the Steam Deck, you've had the ROG Ally, you've had the Legion Go, or you have the Legion Go. I don't know if you have the MSI Claw. I'm curious what your thoughts are on that. The Claw with the Intel chipset has been kind of a controversial device. I didn't buy one because of that. I knew ahead of time, and I just kind of decided not to go with any of the Intel devices right now. The CPU is cooking. Yeah, I mean, it's GPU. Yeah, they're going to. Let's see. Okay, maybe... Let me see here. So, why is my triggers not working? It's weird. This controller is doing like some of the inputs and then it's missing like tons of the other inputs. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't like that. That's weird. I don't know why. But the Steam Deck is just fine with the inputs. Like it runs just normal. Like I'm touching the Steam Deck right now and actually making the adjustments as I go. So yeah, really weird why the 8-bit controllers, I don't know. For PC at least, they're not great. I've had like a lot of mixed, results with them. I think they're okay with like those, with like integrating with Bluetooth on the retro consoles or, hooking it up to like a PlayStation and using a dongle or something like that. I think they're fine there, but with PC, it's not been a great experience for me on those controllers. I would not buy them. Other than the arcade stick, which is run pretty flawlessly. So let's see. We're going to move this down to medium. Let's go down to medium. Let's turn FSR on. Actually, let's go to high and we'll just put FSR on quality. This is the same settings as we had the Legion Go on. Let's see how this runs. There's 40s. Okay. 45. It's going to allow me to use my keyboard and mouse. Yep. Barely. I don't know why. This thing is just not liking what I'm trying to do here with this mouse. The mouse is working fine, but the keyboard's not working right now. There it goes. Let's see. I missed it. We'll try it again. Yeah, and then the keyboard drops out. For whatever reason, the Steam Deck's not liking anything right now. It's just having like a fit on these external controllers. Like it's fine if I'm using the controller built into the Steam Deck. Come on, hit him. I can't knock him in for some reason. It's not giving me the cue. Come on, just give it to me, damn it. Is Forbidden West Steam Deck verified? Forbidden West. Are you saying Evil West, the one that I'm playing right now? I don't know about Forbidden West. I'm trying to think what. Oh, that's the Sony game, right? That's Horizon Forbidden West. Is that the one you're talking about? I don't think it is verified, but I think it's playable. It might be verified, but I don't think it is. I know the original for Horizon Zero Dawn, that one is, and that one plays fantastic on it. It's pretty good. Okay, let's see if we can just jump over here. What are we going to do? Hit E? Or anything? Let's try. There we go. Yeah, this is 60s, 50s. When we were, fighting those guys, it was in the 40s, roughly. We could probably drop down to, what is it? We could probably drop this down to FSR balanced and probably get close to locking it into 60. I don't know if it will. No, it won't. It's 40s. Maybe we have to go medium. No, there's 50s. I don't know. It's got this, like, it's got this thing. Oh, God. I can't, my keyboard's just not working with me here. If I was playing it on the actual Steam Deck, it's going to play it much better. Let's try that.
Oh, that was painful.
Okay, I can move around easily now. Okay. Yeah, much better. So we're still getting 40s. Let's try, let's leave that on balanced. Let's get rid of that motion blur. Can't stand motion blur. And let's go down to medium. Now we're in the 50s, 60s, 68, 70.
Great. More
I mean, you could lock it at 40 and it would be really good, right? I think that would be a reasonable, what would you call it? A reasonable concession, right? Just to say like, hey, now I mean, you could easily go down to, low and probably get even closer and then do like performance and then like ultra performance. Wreak Havoc, I'm playing the Steam Deck right now. This is the Steam Deck Oled. You can see with the monitoring performance monitor at the top. Yeah. Oh. I had to actually grab the Steam Deck because I was having some weird controller issue. I'm gonna have to like unplug the controller here. See if we can get that fixed. Oh. I don't know if you can heal. Yeah, you can heal. Oh, I've already used my heal though. Looks like. Let me get out of here. Go. Come on, use the heal. How's the heal there? Oh, it's because you gotta hit B. Yeah, this is the Steam Deck OLED right now. I'm sorry. Come on, kill that guy. Yeah, I lost. But yeah, you see, I mean, performance on Steam Deck OLED's pretty good on this game. It was the original Steam Deck. I think if you go back and you look at the video I did for that, I did show the original Steam Deck one. I did show like maybe low and medium and high settings, and it was because it was actually much lower on the original Steam Deck. I think it's the OLED gets 60-ish. I mean, you're seeing like it's like 50. It's not locked at 60. We could probably, let's just do this. Well, I'm not going to play much more for this one. We're going to jump to the next game, but let's just drop it down to low. And let's go to balance or performance. This might lock it to 60. This might. 59, 63, 64. I'm just going to pull it over here. play on this still. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look too bad for having performance FSR on. Like 68, 69, 70. I mean, the game, they've optimized the game from where it was originally. Like I said, if you look back at the original like real view video on the Steam Deck Oled or Steam Deck LCD, it was not anywhere near this. It was pretty rough. I'll tell you that. But that was when it first came out. You know, they've had time to, you know, make some adjustments. There we go. Got that guy. You should only be looking at maybe a few extra frames, like 5 frames per second difference. I'd say it's more optimization. Unless you have the game and you're not seeing that on your LCD version, if that's what you have. And I don't know what to tell you on that one. It shouldn't be that, I mean, it should not be that much more. Right, there's a little bit, but maybe they're just finding more ways to improvise or optimize. God, did we kill everybody? But yeah, you can see like 70s, 80s, 90s. Yep. Yeah. It's not too bad. The game runs much better than it did originally when I first had it. Oh, it hit 100 there. There's 100. I don't even know how it's doing that. Probably because it's on capture card. Let's see. Let's just do this. We'll unplug and we'll just switch over to the real view. Let's see here. Well, we're locked at 90. Well, we were on 90. We're locked to 90. We can't go above 90 when it's on the screen here. Oh, I guess that's wrong. There's 91, 92. 89, 88. 60s. Same thing that we were seeing on there. So, yeah. Yeah, the game's playing much better than it did before. That's for sure. All right, let's call it good on the Steam Deck Oled. Well, sorry, for the Evil West game. Let's jump back here. Let's go to our next game. And we've done 2 on the Steam Deck. Let's jump to a third one. Let's close the game out. There we go. You need to sell the original. Yeah. I know. Let's do, what do we do? Those 2. Let's do Shadows of Doubt. So we won't spend too much time on this one. This is a voxel style game. It's not going to take too much, but I am going to pull this, and we'll see if we can't reset that controller. Give me 1 sec here. I've got one hand because it's hard to reach around this microphone. There we go. Now let's plug it back in. Okay. Let's see if that fixed that input skip that I was getting there. Hopefully. Do you have the Evil West game, Reek? I'd be curious, like what you do see on the device with that game, because I could always do a comparison video wherever that Steam Deck went. Oh, it's up there. Because I still have the original LCD version, so I can always do a comparison video, and we can see like what the differences would be. But I think, like I said, I think you're still going to get very similar performance within 5 frames per second or something. Shadow Doubt contains some... Oh yeah, disable that nastiness. New game. Can't I choose settings? There we go. Let's just get an idea of what we're looking at in graphics. So 720p for anybody that knows, capture cards 16:9. That's what we're recording or capturing in. So that's why it's 1280 by 720. If you're playing on the device by itself, it's usually 1280 by 800. You don't, but you bet it plays at 45. I don't know. I'll check it out. I'll do a test and we'll see. We'll make a video for it. Just do a comparison between original Steam Deck and Steam Deck Oled for you. We're not going to do any frame rate cap. We'll do VSync. We'll cap it at, I mean, let's just cap it at 90. Let's just see what it'll do. I don't know if it'll do over 60, but we'll say, hey, go ahead and cap it at 90. We don't have DLSS on this. It's not an NVIDIA device. Now, I am interested in the NVIDIA making one of these devices. I would love to see a portable NVIDIA device. I think that would be very interesting, given like their experience with GPUs and, you know, very similar to AMD, right? In that sense, like they both have really solid people that work on those things. I'm going to turn this down just a hair. I think that was a little loud. We'll do dithering off, motion blur off, and then the rest of it's fine. Okay, let's jump in and see. Yeah, we'll give it a test and just see what they look like in comparison. If it's bulky, yeah. Okay, yeah, I would be all for it, right? Like just getting an NVIDIA device into the market and seeing what it does. Let's do sandbox. And let's just generate a city. We're going to call it Cedar City. It's fine. Yeah, no, I wouldn't care either if it's bigger, for sure. Like, I don't mind the size of the Legion Go. I like the size of the Steam Deck. And I love the way the Steam Deck's designed, right? With the thumbsticks at the top. I think that's the most comfortable way. Not really the greatest fan of like the Legion Go or the ROG Allies thumbstick offset like an Xbox controller. But it's okay. I tend to use my Legion Go a lot for the same games, but like I said, I take it with me a little bit more, and it's mainly because I can kind of like just set it on a desk and I can, you know, play with the controllers. I'd love to see them make a Lenovo like adapter piece that you click the controllers in and then you got like a little controller. That would be nice. I don't really like playing with them completely away from the device, but I do a lot of the times when I'm traveling, just to be able to do some gaming or do some recording on it or something like that. All right, let's see. Oh, still finalizing. It's been a while since I played this game last. I don't even know when the last time was that I played this. I'm not going to do the tutorial. I think we'll be okay. So it isn't mostly open world. Not open world, but yeah, kind of. What do I do for work? Well, I I work with developers a lot. Yeah, I mentioned traveling. Yeah, no, I worked because I was working for a company down in Vegas. I was working with developers on games, supporting them for the platform that they were on. But before that, I was in licensing and publishing. So I did a lot of like licensing work for gaming industry, publishing. I've published games on Steam. So really enjoyed that type of stuff. Like working with the games industry. Now I'm just going to be doing, because I work for myself, I'm going to be doing, well, YouTube, obviously. That'll be like a big focus, but social media in general for some companies. Yeah. I've been in the games industry for about 25 years. Something like that. A little old. Yeah, enjoy it. It's always fun. I guess maybe it hasn't been 25 years. When did I start? I started in 2005, officially working in the games industry as like a developer, like working on games that I was launching. They were mobile phone games at the time, but I was working for a company called Sony Ericsson. Sony Ericsson was a company that was acquired. It was a joint venture between Ericsson, who was a handset manufacturer, and Sony, and started working on Java and Brew, which was, the very beginning of mobile phone gaming back in 2000. It was J2ME. That was the first thing I was working on. So I guess it has been close to 25 years, if you kind of say that was, all part of that. How do I see it going? I see it having a lot of issues right now. It's weird issues because it's definitely more along the lines of like it grew so fast, and it was like lots of investors going like, this is going to go to the moon. It's going to be like $100 billion or $100 trillion, whatever in the hell they were, kind of pushing the games industry to be, and it kind of didn't fall to that. It kind of fell to its own success, right? With larger companies buying so many of the major publishers. Now it's in this kind of area where it's compressing inwards, and you're seeing a lot of people get laid off. I got caught up in the layoffs like a year and a half ago, or a little bit more than a year and a half ago. Yeah, a lot of layoffs in the industry. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long time, man. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the games industry. Like everything I've done in my life has been around games. I can tell you that. Like, I started playing games when I was 5, maybe 4, something like that, on a Atari 2600. And I think I had a Tandy like 1000 or something like that my uncle gave me. And we never had a ton of money, right, or anything like that. So ended up just like having to trade off systems to be able to get like the next one, and like go to pawn shops and cut deals to like sell all my games to get like a Nintendo, Super Nintendo and stuff like that. So I've done that my whole life and got into PC gaming, then got into the gaming industry through, like I said, through this weird angle. Like a lot of people vie to get into it, and they're like go in to be like a developer, or they go in to be like a marketing person for the games industry, or social media, or producer or something. I like found this through this like mobile phone company that I was very young and I was into games, and they were like, hey, we need somebody to go to London and like help us build J2ME because we're going to put games on phones. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And that's how I kind of weaseled my way into it, right? I guess I would say like I probably wouldn't have been in it if I didn't go that route, right? Because it was hard back in the day. Like you were either just like some random like tester working in Redmond, Washington. Look at how that screen jumps. Why is that doing that? This is really weird. Let's update the settings here a little bit. We'll see what's going on with it. So we're getting about 30 frames per second. Let's just make some adjustments. Can we even make some adjustments? Yes, we can. Let's see. What can we do? Right place, right time. That's all I could say. Yeah, man. Definitely. Like, it's really difficult for a lot of people right now because there's so many people that went to, different schools to get into the games industry. And I was just down at GDC, in March. And like everybody that was coming up to our booth was like, how do I get a job with your company? Or how do I get a job with, this? I went to school for like development in Argentina. Like, how do I get into, the games industry, like via the US and stuff like that? And there's not really a simple answer. It's really tough sometimes. You can, especially with the layoffs, like you'd mentioned, right? Like that's kind of something that's hitting everybody a little hard. Man, I'm trying to see what we can turn off some stuff here. Let's just do some of that. We can turn down the rain detail, but I don't think it's raining, so it shouldn't be like that big of a deal right now. Let's just turn that all the way down. Light fade distance, maybe. Let's drop that down to like 80. Let's just see if we can improve any aspect of it. I don't know if we can or not. It looks pretty crappy right now. Okay, we got well, I wouldn't even say we like made really any successful change. Like we went up a little bit, but it's still got that wobble. See that? I don't know what that is. That's a really strange thing. I hadn't seen that before. I don't know if that's the Steam Deck or not. I did a real view video on this thing and it played better before. I don't know what that wobble thing is. Maybe it's VSync. I don't know. That's really strange. Let's turn that off. I don't think that I have any limitations on the Steam Deck either. Let's just see. We're allowing tearing. TDP limit is turned off. Frame rate's at 60 because we're plugged into the card. We do have the scaling. I don't think that would adjust anything because it's not... It shouldn't. Let's just turn that off. And then let's turn off the VSync. Could be that? I don't know. Something's weird. It should be like doing that wobble thing. Okay, let's see now. Okay, now we're at 60s. So now it's still doing the wobble thing. So we turned off VSync and that actually bounced us up to 60. So that's a good thing. I don't know what that weird thing is. It maybe... I don't think the game has earthquakes. I was thinking, well, maybe it's an earthquake. Is it something to do with, like, the game itself? I don't know. What if we go in here? Same thing. Maybe it just does it. I don't know. Really strange. Up the bathroom. Sorry, can't be in there if we're recording. That's how they get you. Like Dr. Disrespect. I mean, other than that wobbling thing, which I can't remember if that's that's a part of the game or not. I don't know what that is. That's really strange. The game's running much better now, though. 40s. I mean, it dips down. 28. 27. I wonder if that's just when it's loading in or if that's like the rain in the background, which looks like snow now. Let's kind of call it good on this and let's jump over to Legion Go, see if we get the same thing. Oh, that guy just fell. Let's just see if we get that same wobble effect. I don't know. That's really strange. It wasn't there before. Okay, so let's jump over to Legion Go. And let's fire up Shadows of Doubt on that and see if we get the same thing. Now, Legion Go is going to be at 1080p. Again, it's going to give you a little bit more fidelity, right? Visual fidelity. But let's just see what it does. All right. Autosave should jump us right in. Oh, wrong game. Sorry, my fault. This is the Evil West. Picked the wrong one. I gotta get ready to do the timestamps tonight. I keep forgetting to do those right after the show ends so the VOD gets them. Uh-oh. It looked like it was running a little slow. Let me unplug this really fast. Give me 1 sec. I don't know why it's running slow. It's not too warm. The device itself, this happens with the capture card. So it actually may be the capture card is causing the slowdown because the device is not. And what we may have to do is restart the capture card and hopefully it doesn't crash. Yeah. There's like well, no, it's fixed itself. Well, I don't know. It feels like there's a little bit of a delay. It's like skipping. Let's just do this. We're going to try, I'm going to try restarting the capture card. This is always iffy. Like if it'll work. Sometimes it does not work. It doesn't come back up. Okay, did that time. Okay, there we go. Now it's much better. But there's the audio. No, maybe not. It sounded like the audio was going to go crappy on us, but it might be okay. Yeah, we get these AverMedia cards. I don't know what it is, but and I don't know how many people like do what I do, right? Where they have like 3 capture cards running on the same machine at the exact same time, and like you're flipping between, because I can just, flip over to the Steam Deck. I hear a little bit of audio issue. I can flip to the 4090 PC, and then I can flip back to the Legion Go. Like, not a lot of people set their stuff up that way, right? So I think it's like maybe a scenario for me, but the AverMedia cards do not like what I'm trying to make them do. And I wonder if like Elgato cards would work better, but I don't think it's a big enough deal right now to drop $600 in new capture cards, right? Like if I wanted to have the exact same setup, like I got these capture cards over years. And I was just fortunate enough when I decided to do this show that I already had them. And then I just added, the devices to it, like the way I wanted it set up. So like not a lot of people, like I said, would do this type of thing. They wouldn't need to. Are you playing to stream? Yeah, keep it disabled. Okay. So let's go in. Actually, let's go to settings first. So graphics wise, so 1080p. We'll leave VSync on right now just to see what happens. We're going to leave the frame rate cap off. We don't have the ability to do DLSS mode anyhow, so it's not a big deal. And then we'll leave the rest of it on. So this is basically how we started the Steam Deck itself. So let's jump in and let's just do sandbox. It'll generate a city. It may not be the exact same city, but I don't think that's going to make a difference for this, what we're doing for the testing. What's your, Wreak Havoc, if you're still here, what's your, favorite game you've been playing on the Steam Deck? Like what's your go-to game for that? Or what games have you found that work really well? I've shown mini games, but in general, I don't watch a lot of people. I watched Cherry Man and what he was doing with like the Steam Deck at that time. And now he does more of the Legion Go stuff, but I haven't really looked at too many people's videos that do Steam Deck content, right? Because you don't want to like inadvertently like start copying people's stuff. We're all just doing some kind of glorified like show and tell, right? But I try not to like watch other people's stuff, so I don't take from them what they're doing. We will not do the tutorial. I'm just gonna be curious if we see that like wobbling, like city shaking kind of thing again. Because maybe it's something to do with the game and there's like this ongoing like earthquake. I wouldn't think so though. It was really often that it was happening. Like really, it was happening a lot. Some of these games though, I'd like to dig and dive into a little deeper. Like this one's interesting. You can pretty much go in everywhere and there's lots of different things to go check out. Parts of the city, like, mysteries, stuff like that. So we're at 40s right now. 60s, 40s. It's bouncing between 40 and 60 at this setting on 1080p. And I'm not seeing the wobble. That was something unique. I don't know what that is. The Steam Deck might just have an issue with it. I'd like to go back in and look at the verified status and see if they say anything about that. Or discussion boards. I didn't see that the first time, though, I did the video. Like the real view video. I didn't see that. So it's something that came up recently, I'd imagine. But yeah, we can just like roll in here. Check out the bar. Or whatever it is. It's like a bar. I like voxel stuff, too, because there's so many fun things you can do. There's that one that's like... What was it? Where like you're a demolition company? I showed it. I can't remember the name. So now we're down to 30s. 33. We're in a new area. I'm wondering if it just takes time to load in. 29, 36, 33. Not really. I mean, it's still... It's something to do with the lighting. It has to be. Let's do this. Let's go back in and make some adjustments. So, I want to see if we can get rid of this fading. Because this might be the thing that's causing the issues. But I don't know if you can get rid of all of it, if it's going to look okay. Oh my god. Is there a way to grab that? No. You can't just like press and hold either. You gotta tap, 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 tap. It's probably going to go to like 40? 40%. Okay. And then let's turn off bloom. And what else do we have? We'll leave VSync on for the time being. I think it's the lighting that's giving us the headache here. I could be wrong. Got a little bit of a bump, like 40s. 30 to 40 now. 46, 43. Yeah, there's a little bit of a bump. This is a hospital. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the good thing about the Legion Go is you can just say, okay, we're just going to move this down to 1280 by 800p or 720p, and it'll run 60 just fine. With that extra ceiling that it has. Can I grab that? Yeah. We're doing Minecraft stuff now. Cardboard boxes. Yeah, you can just go everywhere in this game. It's kind of cool. Just trespass wherever you want. Break in. Do some hacking. Check some drawers. Yeah, no, it's a cool game. But, I mean, like I said, I think this, it's not wobbling, so it's playing much better on the Legion Go for whatever that is. I'll look into the discussion and see what it says. It's kind of weird why it was doing that. I might do, I don't think I've ever done a Steam Deck video of this. Steam Deck Oled video. I did a Steam Deck LCD. So we may have to do that and just kind of see, like, do some more play testing. Do the live video. Uh-oh, that guy's here to probably get me. Oh, let's get out of here. The lighting, when I turned all that lighting off, it really makes this game look bad. It's like really dark when you walk into an area because there's no like, it's not allowing light to move into your vision. It's just like you walk out into something and it goes from black to like light. So it's really strange. I think taking that stuff off is not a good idea. But anyhow, let's call it good on this. I'll do some live view videos of it on both devices, and we'll see if we can't optimize it. But I mean, right now the Legion Go is definitely winning out in this battle because you could just drop it down to 1280 by 720, like I said, and you'd be able to get like really solid performance on it. Let's jump over to the Steam Deck. Yeah, that audio. I thought I had that fixed, but having to shut that card down. And I even restarted the computer ahead of time, so whatever audio issue that is still hanging around. I thought I had it knocked out. Let's do Deathloop. We'll take a quick look at this. Now, Deathloop, if I remember correctly, ran just fine on the Steam Deck. I think they probably optimized it a little bit better so you can get a little bit more out of it. I don't think I played this since it came out on at least Steam. I forget if it came out the exact same time because it was I want to say a PlayStation exclusive, if I remember correctly. So I don't know if it even was on PC at the time. I can't remember. It might have came out on PC and PlayStation at the same time. It was really weird because Microsoft did a deal. Well, Microsoft bought Bethesda, but this deal was done prior to the acquisition. So like Microsoft had to put the game, or Bethesda had to put the game on PlayStation and have it exclusive on there, even though Microsoft owned it. Really like odd scenario. But if you ever do M&A, you kind of know like those are the weird things that happen. You buy companies, you get stuck with their baggage. Let's see. How much shader loading is going to have to do? Probably a ton. We've still got basically this game to go. We still want to take a look at Deliverance, or Kingdom Come Deliverance. And then we also still want to take a look at No Rest for the Wicked, which just came out, which I haven't done I did a real view video of No Rest for the Wicked on the Steam Deck, but I didn't do it on Legion Go. So we're going to probably play that on the Legion Go. That's what I think. There's Bethesda. I think they shut Arcane down, didn't they? I don't think Arcane's around any longer. Well, that might not be true because Arcane was doing Dishonored 3, I thought, unless they killed Dishonored 3. Yeah, I hear that little popping of the audio for whatever reason. It's when we shut that card down, it started doing that. So hopefully it's only on my end, but I don't think so. It's usually on the entire stream. So you can play as either, but let's do Break the Loop. We'll play as the guy. And we'll see if we can't get into some firefights and stuff like that. I think if it's like, it basically never resets. So whenever you die, you just go back to the beach here, right?
I just dropped myself. What kind of fucked up world is this?
At least for this area kind of thing. So let's, it's really dark, and that's probably the HDR kicking in. It's not normally this dark, but HDR is a weird thing on the Steam Deck Oled. So let's take a look. I think HDR is on. Yes. So HDR is on, and there's no way to turn it off, as far as I know. Yeah, it doesn't allow you. It kind of forces HDR to be on. And you can hear that audio. It's so weird. I'm going to try turning the brightness all the way up. I don't think it'll do anything because of that. But you'll see it when we go to play the Legion Go. It'll be far more normal in terms of the brightness. Let's see if we can get up here. There we go. Like the lights are really bright, obviously for HDR, but like the background and everything is like really, it shouldn't be this dark.
Same morning, same fucking radio show.
Oh, that's a radio. I thought there was ammo. Nope, that must have just been in the first loop. So we're at about 47, 48, 50. Inside, we're in the 40s. If we go into options, we could probably adjust it a little bit. The VRAM's too high. Okay, so that's probably because we're set on very high. Oh, look at my freaking stupid controller. What is it doing? That is so random. It just does not like this sometimes. Let's see if we can turn HDR off. There we go. Oh, thank God. That was really dark. Upscaling. Let's do a little bit of upscaling here. So let's see. Do we have FSR? I think we do. We have 1. We have 2. So let's put it on FSR 2. Let's have it adapt on its own. Well, no, let's see. Can we can put it on balanced. Let's put it on balanced. And let's do a custom of medium. Let's see what that does. So there we go. There's 60. right? 58, 59, 60. Much better. This is kind of where we want it to be. So I remember, I mean, you could actually play it. Now, can you get it maybe too high? I don't think so, especially at this level. Like keeping it at that 60 level. So I don't think you're going to get that.
All right. Let's
We'll move a little bit further in. We'll get to the other side. I think we can. Oops.
You want me to break it? You don't want me to break it. What do you want from me?
I want you to not suck.
Okay. It's been a pretty shitty morning. Or two. So I'm
Come
done.
on now.
With you and all of this, it ends. Today.
There we go.
Up, down. Obviously.
All right. I think we can work our way through this water, but you can't fall in the water as far as I remember. You kind of got to... Water is lava or something like that. I forget how you'd say it. I think we're supposed to break those boards off. Maybe we have to go through the door here. Or not. So do we have to do the 6362? Oop. Autofill. Just fill it for us. There we go. Yeah, still 60s. Let's grab this stuff. Oop. Machete. Sweet. Now this should drop us out.
Why would someone put this? Whoa. What the fuck?
Where's it gonna drop us? Like at the beginning of the city or the town?
Okay. What is this supposed to be? It's cold and weird.
The guy's got some good lines though in the game. I like it. Okay, this should get us out. The other way to go is like there's a path through the sewer that then leads to like a cavern, and then you work your way up to the area that you need to go. I don't know. I played a little bit further into the game, but like I said, it was a long time ago. Okay. Got all that stuff. Yep. Explore Udom. Updom. Check your leads. I don't need to check the leads. I guess I do have to check the leads. Our load at. Are you playing on the OLED? Yes, I am playing on the OLED right now. So, but we're direct capturing it. So the one thing I did want to go in and do was turn, actually not on that. I wanted to turn the OLED down because I turned the brightness up because HDR just automatically starts up on the OLED. In most cases, you can try turning it off, but even then it doesn't always listen. So I turned the brightness all the way up, but then I was able to turn the HDR off inside the game. So let's turn that brightness down just a hair. Let's see. That's fine. Press B, press A, press Y. Okay. Trinkets. I guess I haven't gotten as far as I thought. Or I'm actually being booted back to a Fatui or something. Select shock absorber. Press B, B, B. There we go. Now we can go see it. And welcome. What is it? Ink Vlogs? Welcome. We are going to be showing it on the Legion Go here in a minute as well. So I just wanted to get out, kind of show it, and then jump to the OLED, or jump to the Legion Go as well. You've got the LCD. Awesome. Quick question. Does Steam Deck Oled have a better screen experience than ROG Ally? Yes, it does. I will say that. Yeah, it's not apples to apples, but yeah, in terms of like the screen, it's a better screen than the ROG Ally. Now you could also say, well, the ROG Ally is a little better because it actually supports 16:9 instead of 16:10 ratio, and you don't get the black bars in some games that you do on the Steam Deck or the Legion Go, right? That's kind of the downside of that, 800p or 1200p or 1600p that the Legion Go can do. But in terms of like the screen refresh rate and the OLED component, it's a really nice screen. ROG Ally's screen is sharp, yeah, definitely. So it's a tough thing to call. I mean, they all have something unique, right? I don't think you'd go wrong unless you bought the MSI Claw. Right now, they can fix the claws issues though. That's an Intel thing. I don't doubt that they can fix it, but like out of the AMD stuff, I don't think you go wrong. The Z1 Extreme ROG Ally or the Z1 Extreme Legion Go, both are nice. The Steam Deck's nice. The Steam Deck OLED's nice, right? Like they're all, AMD's done a really good job. And obviously when it comes from developers, once they see what the game runs on the device, they don't target these devices when they're developing. Most, I will say maybe there's one or two that have, but in terms of like just general developers, they're not sitting there targeting, like, I want to make sure that when I launch, the Steam Deck is running at 90 frames per second. That's not something they're going to do. They will fix it. They will optimize it afterwards, but they're mainly just worried about getting the game to market. Think you need to buy the Steam Deck OLED? It's, I have the LCD and the OLED together. And I've shown videos where they're both running at the same, I don't know if you've seen them on the channel, but like where they run like one's on top, one's on the bottom and running the same game. And, they're both good. They're both good devices. You have the Steam Deck LCD and the ROG Ally. I like the ROG Ally. I had one. Yeah. Yeah, the MSI Claw, I don't know what's going on with that. That's just that 155 chipset that they're using. Actually, I don't know what's going on with the game here. It's taking forever to load. I don't know what's going on with that Intel, why they're having so many issues with it. Bit disappointed. Yeah, again, I don't think it's MSI so much as it's like the Intel chipset is where it runs, it draws a lot of power because of the amount of cores that it has. And then it just does not have the performance, or nobody's figured out a way to optimize for the way that it does its performance, right? Like what is it? The XESS upscaling tech that they have. I don't think I've ever used that. Maybe on a game or two I've tried it, but it's just not normally something that I use. Like I run NVIDIA gear in my PCs. So the streaming PC has a 2080 and the gaming PC here for recording and stuff like that has a 4090. And then like on the mobile devices, like the portable PCs, they're both AMD, right? I've never went down the road of like throwing a lot of time and effort into like the Intel outside the CPU, obviously in the PC machines, right? Like I've never messed around with the what do they call, what's Intel called? There's Intel gaming GPUs. I forget what they call them, but yeah, never put a lot of time into them. I don't know why we're stuck here. Like I see the loading screen going around. It's just taking forever to load in. Like I can see it, like the loading screen at the bottom is still moving. It's just taking a while. Oof. And I don't know if it's loading the shaders at the same time or what. Have I played it? I haven't played Mirror's Edge. I have the game though. I should try it. It's just one of those ones like I've never gotten to it, right? Like out of all the videos that I've done, I've never done that game. I could imagine. I mean, what was it? Mirror's Edge came out like when the original Dead Space came out, EA was like putting effort into actually supporting like these random projects rather than like tried and true, like yeah, every Madden every year kind of thing. So that was like 2009-ish time frame. So yeah, I mean, Mirror's Edge would be probably 16 years old now, 15 years old. I can imagine it's going to run just fine. Like some of the other games that I've played that, you know, you would just kind of imagine like Fallout, all of those run amazing. All the Dead Space games run amazing. You know, Mirror's Edge, I could imagine would run really well. Yeah. To your other game. Yeah. I mean, given that it's that old of a title, I mean, it doesn't feel that old. I know the gameplay is great on it, but, being that it, you know, the tech that it ran on was like stuff that your cell processor and the Microsoft Xbox 360 would run, you know, like PS3 and Xbox 360 levels, and all of that stuff runs easily 60 frames per second. Like, I don't know if there's any game that you would run into with issues on that. I know that there are some buggy ones. Like if you do any type of emulation, I think we're gonna have to skip this. I don't know what's going on here. Again, the machine's not locked up. It's just not moving forward. And I think when it loads in, it's going to be just fine. But for some reason, it's not loading. Or it's sitting on top of it because I can't even get to the menu on the Steam Deck. It's kind of like the game has taken over whatever the Steam Deck was doing, so it's crashing it. I don't think it's an issue though. Let's try jumping over to the Legion Go, see how it runs, because this game was running like 60 frames per second, and I played it on here. So I'm going to reboot the Steam Deck. Let's jump over to the Legion Go while that does that, and we'll give Deathloop a try. Because we're already well over time, but that's okay. Yeah, AAA games, definitely the 10 to 15 year games for sure are going to run really well. Like I said, if you do any type of emulation, PS3 games run amazing on the Steam Deck and on the Legion Go. Like I've only run into like one or two that have some weird bug issue, like the Metal Gear Solid collection. It has some weird issues with the way that they basically took the executables or the actual game and put them in a launcher kind of in there, and it has some issues on that. But I mean, the gameplay is pretty good on majority of all the other games. Game support drivers versions, something play without. I'm not going to update drivers here. That's ridiculous. So let's see if we can just skip past this. It should be fine. Imagine taking the Steam Deck back in time. Oh yeah, people would be all for it. I remember everybody loved the PSP and the PS Vita, right? And like both of those were like dogs. Like they couldn't even run current gen at that time. They were, the Vita, I will say the Vita was nice because people actually like did some good development for the Vita. But in general, like the ability to run anything, like the Steam Deck runs day one release games today. You know what I mean? Like what game just came out? No Rest for the Wicked. Day one release, not a massive game, but along the lines of like a Diablo like meets Souls kind of game. Runs it just fine, right? Like, yeah, it's not 60 frames per second. It's running at 40. Once they optimize it, it'll be at 60. But I mean, like, you're not running into any real issues running a day one release. Or what's a bigger game that launched recently? Like, Alone in the Dark. That was kind of like a AA game, right? That game launched, no issues, runs great on the Steam Deck or on the Legion Go. No problem. Dragon's Dogma, maybe not the best experience, but still kind of close to 30 frames per second, like 25, 30 frames. It still runs it, right? Like there's no way back in 2011? Is that when the Vita launched? No. Yeah. Might have been like 2009 or something like that, 2010. Anyhow, when that launched, it couldn't run anything near any of this. It has changed gaming for sure. Yeah, Valve kind of threw a wrench into everybody's plans. What is this game doing? Are we like on? Let me just see. Maybe it's in the background. That's what it is. Isn't it? Man, Deathloop used to run much better. You think 2011? That's probably when I still have one here. Somewhere. It's on my shelf. I've got like a couple PSPs and a couple Vitas. But yeah, it's just, they were good devices. It's just look at them, in comparison, they couldn't run a PS3 game on a Vita, but you could today easily run, like Sony could launch the same game on the PS5 or PS4 and launch it on the Steam and launch it on the Steam Deck. And you might not be able to play 60 frames per second, but you could do 30. I bet it would run. Here, what is going on here? We are just running into issues with Deathloop. And it shouldn't be. There shouldn't be an issue running this thing. Let's see if we can't kill that process and just see what's going on here. It's just having a fit. Come on. Yeah, this is where the dead air comes from on the podcast, because man, sometimes you just run into these like really weird issues where it just does not want to launch. And we got stuck on the Steam Deck. I don't know why. Yeah, of course. It's good talking with you, Inkflux. Definitely enjoy it. Oh, of course, man. I love to sit there and make content. No worries. But have a good evening. All right, now we're back into it. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this. This one has been trickier than most. We'll let it load up and we'll see. What I'll do for the ones that are causing, this is the most we've had issues on the channel, on the live show for a while. I will go through and toy around with these some more and see if we can't do real view videos of like Deathloop running on the Legion Go on its own and then on the Steam Deck Oled, and see if we can't get like things happening or go further into the game and do some capturing. Because, yeah, this one is really weird. It should be running much better. And why it got locked up, like starting up, I don't know. On the Legion Go. Shouldn't. But we will go through, once we take a look at this just for a few minutes, we'll jump over, we'll take a look at Kingdom Come Deliverance, and then we will jump into No Rest for the Wicked on the Legion Go as we kind of do the outro and everything and just kind of take a look at it. But I do want to thank all the developers who provided the games, right, and stuff like that. That's always amazing. It's hard to believe people want to give like games to a small channel and basically kind of go through like how they're going to play or if they're not going to play, or just kind of the performance. Most companies tend to shy away from that, I think, in a lot of ways. But I appreciate them doing that. And it was who was it? It was the No Rest for the Wicked folks dropped that game, but who did that one? It wasn't Merge. You said it earlier. Or I said it earlier. What was it?
What kind of fucked up world is this?
Oh, there it was.
Okay, postcard. Get the postcard. Get off this beach.
That was from Moonlight Studios. So thanks to them for dropping that game. Yeah, look at this. This is 50 right now. What's our settings at? Now we don't have to worry about HDR on this device because it doesn't support it on the screen, so it doesn't get kind of locked up. But we're at 1080p. We have that on. We're not using any upscaling, so let's put FSR2 on. Let's put it on balanced. And let's leave everything on like, well, let's put it to very high. Well, let's put it to high. Let's put it to very high. Let's just do that. What are we going to get? 49s. 60 right there. 40s. So 60, 40. I bet if we drop it down to like high, maybe and go performance, we'd get 60. Let's try that. Let's see. So let's go to, okay, now we're in there. Let's go to performance, and then let's go to high. What are we going to get now? That's looking pretty smooth. I mean, you can lock the Legion Go to like 40 frames per second now as well, just like you can the Steam Deck. So that's 50s, 47, 50
Same fucking
at 1080p, right? Like that's where we're at. So if we went in and we went to advanced and dropped advanced down to low. Oh, did I reset everything? I might have. I think I did. Revert. No, don't keep that. We'll revert it back and then we'll make the adjustment. So let's see here. Let's see. Low. And are we on performance? We're on quality. Let's turn the adaptive back on. Let's go performance. And low.
show.
A 1080p. Okay, there's 60. 62, 60. So yeah. I mean, the Legion Go has that extra power, right? It can do these types of things. So yeah, I mean, this is good fidelity. This is like visual fidelity. This is really good. Like performance, I mean, it's 59, but like 60. And you're playing low with performance FSR2. But that's not really bad. Okay. So that gives us a better idea. But you can see like VRAM 96% used.
All right.
RAM 97%. The GPUs at 74. I mean, it's definitely pushing the system a little bit more, right? And I'm feeling like the heat come out of it, like it's blowing pretty well, like to try to cool. So these types of games do put a stress on the system. I have played so many games though, thousands of games over the past like year and a half. I'm not too concerned about these things being stressed out by heat. They just don't seem to care. I've had the Steam Deck like lock up because I had put too much I had it running too hot. Like I had it sitting on the desk and I was filming something and it was like really close to like the mat on the desk and it was building up heat. So it would like kind of lock up, but holding it, like playing it normally, I've never had the Steam Deck run into any like issue where it got so hot that it had to shut down. So they are definitely continuing with really good performance on these AMD cards or iGPUs or integrated GPUs. I think they are. Let's go ahead and jump over to Kingdom Come Deliverance. We'll go ahead and do that on here, and then we'll jump to it on the Steam Deck for the end here. But yeah, that's. I mean, you've got all the extra room on this device. So like the Legion Go. So like even if the game got more demanding, you could still back this down to 1280p. Or sorry, 1280 by 720, so 720p. Because we were playing at 1080p. And I think you're going to be fine. I know some people don't like that, but in reality, like sometimes that's just what it's going to take with some of these devices. But I still think like you might be able to lock it at like 40 frames per second on 1080p with those settings and never dip below that. So Kingdom Come Deliverance, this is more along the lines of like a fantasy, like RPG. I wouldn't say Skyrim, but kind of like Skyrim or Elder Scrolls 5, you know what I mean? But it's definitely an interesting RPG. And we're getting a signal out of range, so it might be that this is running at 720p right now, so we might have to kind of go in and tell the card to look for 720p.
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman.
Resolution, rather than, yeah, there it is. So there's 720p. This is the Legion Go. So let me get into the game and we'll adjust it up to 1080p, and I'll probably have to do an adjustment on the capture card again. So let's go up to 1080p. That's the wrong one though. 1920 by 1080 right there. Full screen, we'll go medium image quality. Everything else will be turned off, so let's confirm that. It'll probably lose it. And then give me 1 sec while I go in and hit properties and adjust this up to 1080p again. There we go. And then I got to scale the image down. So give me 1 sec. Bump. And there we go. Okay. So there's nice 1080p at medium settings. So let's jump in. I think I'm a little bit further in the game if it's going to pull my Steam save. So I'm like into the next. Like you start out in one town gets attacked, move to the next town. That's kind of the area that we're in right now. So there's 50s, 40s on medium. I don't know if this game has like any kind of upscaling. It's just medium, medium, medium. All the settings there. You got some adjustments that you can make. Get rid of this motion blur. Disgusting. Disgusting motion blur. So we have that custom. Again, we can turn off VSync. We could also go in and like adjust some of the other settings to try to pull some more. There's 50s. You could go down to lower settings. But I think you'd still try. I always try to keep it at 1080p. Regardless of like what I'm playing, I always try to keep it at 1080p on the Legion Go. Although you're going to kill the battery that much faster, right? Like you're having to run it at 30 watts. So it's definitely putting a toll on the system. The fan's blowing. But I always try to keep it there because it looks so good on that screen at 1080p. Yeah, this is 58, 54. Not too bad. I don't think you could get it locking at 60, but unless you went to like 720p. There's 64 with nobody around. Except this guy. Hey, how's it going? I think we might be able to go into 1 or 2 buildings here. Let's try. Oh, I guess I could lockpick. Let's try that. I don't have any lockpicks, damn it. Why do you tease me? Lockpicks hard. Let's go and try.
Surrender!
Oh my god, they're after me already. I didn't do anything. Wait, I'm part of the guard. Give me a break. Nope. I'm a prince, I think, or something like that. Leave me be. Surrender. Never. Okay, what if we surrender? Hey, 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 hey. Calm down, calm down. There we go. Okay.
You seriously think you can creep around here in the dark right under my nose? That's against the law. You should have thought twice about what you're doing. That will land.
Fat fine. Okay. So, probably bounced around between like 40 and 50.
All right. Here you are.
All right. Just make sure it doesn't happen.
So did that guy just take a bribe? I think he did. Okay, we just wanted to go in a building, sir. We're just trying to show it on a stream. I know you don't know what that is. Let's go down here. Maybe the church. The church doesn't seem to mind when you break into it. There we go. So 70s inside, right? Inside a building. 60s. Okay. Here's where you give your speech. Looking down on the flock. Okay. Let's try the Steam Deck. And switch over. Is the Steam Deck even awake? It should be. Give it a sec. We'll switch back here. How's everybody doing? Thank you for stopping in again. I hope everybody's enjoying it. I know we've had a lot of issues tonight with some of these games. Some of them worked really well. We had that weird thing with Fallout 4 where it wouldn't start if it was plugged into the capture card. We had to disconnect that and then plug it in after the game started. That was strange. I hadn't seen that before. Let's see. Is the Steam Deck back up and running yet? Not yet. Did it not? There we go. Now it's doing its stuff. Okay. Let's see if we can get Kingdom Come Deliverance running. And like I said, I will do some of these videos. So I'll do real few videos for the ones that were having issues, and we'll like tweak and tune and show like some of the settings and stuff like that here in the next week or two, since I've got plenty of time to do it. So that is going to be the focus here for the summer, is getting the channel back up to par. I mean, we just crossed over 10,000. I think we're almost like 10,200. We're getting close to that. And I will be putting in more effort to help us grow even more, because I really want that 100,000 plaque. I do. I don't care if there's money connected to it. I just want to prove to myself that like the past 12 years, has it been 12 years? Yeah, been 12 years of streaming and making videos has been worth something. And that little trinket will make it feel like it is. How sad is that? But that's one thing that's just been driving me nuts. Like, you can at least point to that and go like, that's 12 years worth of work, or 15 years or 20 years, however long it takes to get it. I would like it to be like, that's 12 years and 30 days, right? So it would happen in like the next 30 days, but 90,000 subs would be a stretch, I think. But we'll continue to work for it. But yeah, that's going to be the thing this summer, is like getting back in. So this 1280 by 720p is what we're running. I like the coloring. It looks better. We're still getting that skipping input kind of thing. See how it jumps over some of the other things? I don't know why it does that. Like if I touch the Steam Deck itself, it picks up everyone, but this controller does all the skips. It's been doing this for a long time too. Every once in a while it'll be fixed, and then I'll be like, oh, it's okay, it's good. Goes right back to where it is. HD textures, we'll leave those off. We're on medium. Let's just try it where it is, because this is very similar to what we were just looking at. So medium everything. Turn that disgusting motion blur off. And let's try it. Okay, continue. So we'll be in the exact same area. Hopefully we can kind of see similar performance, although it's not a rule that it works this way, but usually it does, where like you get X performance at 1080p on the Legion Go, you'll get very similar performance on the Steam Deck at 720 or 800p. It's very dark. I'm wondering if HDR is turned on. It's not. Okay. It's just really dark. We might be able to fix that a little bit here. If we can hit the settings button. God. We got to keep touching the Steam Deck to be able to do that. So let's turn our brightness, which I think was here, all the way at the bottom. No, it doesn't have it. Okay, it's not there. All the eye tracking thing. I have one of those Tobii eye trackers. I got it from the guys that actually make them. I've never used it though. Like I tried it, I couldn't get it to run, didn't run well, so I was like, eh. But that's just I didn't maybe have the right PC setup for it. I doubt the Steam Deck. Well, the Steam Deck, it wouldn't matter if I turned the brightness up on the Steam Deck. It's not gonna make a difference right now. It's just really it's a darker game here on the Steam Deck. But we've got 40, 44, 47, 49, low 40s. So you might be able to just lock it at like 40 FPS cap on the Steam Deck and be able to run it just fine. It's gonna be a good experience. And it is really dark though. Wow. Let's go back to the church and kind of see. I don't know if I can run. I thought I could. There we go. You don't run that much faster, but you run a little bit. So let's get down here. And we'll see if we get that, 60 frames per second in the church. Inside the building. Oh, I must be tired or something. Okay. Yeah, we're close. We're 60s. There's that benefit of not having to do long draw distance. You might be able to cut that down a little bit. The draw distance, and then maybe be able to like bump up the FPS just by a hair or two. But, inside the building, you're getting 60. Outside, you're getting 40s. You could just lock it at 40 FPS without having to like drop down to low or something like that. If we went and dropped to low settings, what would we get? This podcast is going to almost go 3 hours tonight. It's crazy. We just had a lot of issues. Let's just go to low. The HD textures, I don't know what that would really do. It might just be fine to load those in, but it probably would take a little bit of time, so I'm not going to do it. So this is low, 60 frames per second. It's locked 60 in here. Let's go outside. And we're pretty much locked at 60 outside as well. That's nice. So maybe low's the way to go. It doesn't look too bad. Although we are in the darkness, so I don't know. Maybe it'd be a little bit harsher on the eyes, but overall it doesn't look bad. Where's our guy with the... There he is. He's following us.
You can't walk around here in the dark without a light.
Where's your torch? You can't be walking around. Oh boy, can I have your torch? No.
You must be up to no good.
Do I have a torch?
Light a torch.
Oh, actually, let's just wait. Let's go wait some hours till it's light. And then maybe we can...
What are you doing? Don't you know it's forbidden to go around at night without a light of any kind?
This guy's just
Should have thought
riding my ass like a rodeo clown here. Come on, get away from me, dude.
fine.
It's fine. I have to pay a fine like I don't have a light? Jeez.
Damn it. Here's your coin then.
This guy needs to go away.
Just make sure it doesn't.
Or we need to go in the church. Okay.
You've committed.
Let's walk in the church, see if we can pass the time. You're under arrest. Well, I'm not under arrest right now. There we go. Now can we... Wait. So picky. Four, 5, 6. Come on. It'd be nice if you could skip this part. It's just counting down. 2, 1. Let's see what it looks like in the daytime. Because I'd really like to see like the trees like on low. I mean, it's nice to get 60, but if they look like really bad, then 40 would be the alternative. They don't look horrible. I mean, they look like digital trees from far away. Get close to them, they've got individual leaves. It's not bad. For 60, that's I think this is doable. I'd probably say low settings would be the way to go. Like you could do medium. You could get it like locked to 40. but here we're on low. We're getting nice 60, 50s here and there, 60 as it's loading like new distance stuff. It's not bad. Yeah, so 60 some. I think it's doable. You don't really notice it like when it drops frames or drops the frame rate down. Okay, let's call it good here. And then let's jump over to No Rest for the Wicked and we'll do the outro and everybody can go on their way and enjoy their evening. I appreciate everybody for hanging out, watching the show. We've had more interaction on this show than we've had in the past few. So that's really, really nice. Thank you to everybody that stopped in and chit-chatted. It's always nice to do that and talk about, you know, games in general, not just about like, oh, I was in the game industry or something like that, but like talk about like some aspects of it. It's very fun. So No Rest for the Wicked. Let's take a look at that. And then, so this game just came out. It's kind of like a Diablo top-down view, but it's more playable or plays more like Dark Souls. So it's quite interesting. They did a pretty good job with it. The game looks really good. Moon Studios also did, what was the name of the game? It was, I can picture it. It's like bluish. The characters like dark, shadowy color with blue highlights around them. What was the game? Why can't I think of it? I'm going to see it right when I click on it. Ori in the Blind Forest. Yeah, that's it. Really, really kind of cool game. So, I mean, you look at that game, you look at this game, you know, some of the art and everything. Is that my original character? I think it is. I didn't get far into it. I maybe made it into the first hour of the game. Doing the playthrough. I will say, like, I didn't know where to go. I kept getting lost. I kept missing things, but I was super tired when I was doing it. I was like trying to record the video
when I was a child,
like late at night, and then I just gave up. I'm like, okay, I got like maybe 20 minutes of footage. I'm going to record the rest in the morning. I had to go like completely back and replay a lot of it and like get further into the game because I just could not find it. Because it doesn't tell you where to go. It doesn't like highlight anything. It does give you like a little like hint kind of thing saying like, oh, if you press A, you can like dodge or something like that. But it doesn't like force you to go through. So it's not a game that's going to hold your hand to like say like, hey, you got to go here and do this thing to be able to move forward.
Made them grow limbs
which,
where none should be.
No, that's kind of like Souls in that way. Let's see if we can skip this game. But
lost in its wake.
We'll skip into it. I think we're going to be at the very beginning. Yeah, this is the very beginning of the game. So you can see we're at about 30 frames per second. It's not optimized at all. I think it's an early access game. Yes, it is. So it's an early access game right now. They've got lots of stuff to do before they even go full launch. And it's going to be like a lot of stuff before they even start optimizing for like the AMD like chipset, I would imagine. Maybe not too far off, but like it's going to take some time for them to get to that. Let's do VSync. Let's do... so we're on quality. Let's go to balanced. So this is our upscaler. Frame rate, independent motion blur. Let's get rid of that. Go back to here. There wasn't many options. It's just basically the upscaler. So let's see where we get to. So 30-ish. 34. And that's on balanced. The Steam Deck, from what I would tell you, the best I could get it was about 45 frames per second. That was kind of the top of that one. But let's see if we go in, put this on performance. We could even adjust the render scale down to 70. Motion blur, just get rid of motion blur altogether. I think that's about it. So Right now we're at 57, 56. So this is 1080p on, right? It's 1080p, correct. I want to make sure that's correct. I mean, obviously I've dropped the resolution scaling down, so it's not 1080p exactly. It might be 1366p or something like that, but it doesn't play too bad. A little bit of dip here and there, but it's close to 60.
Captain wants a word with you up above.
This dude's arms are like super long. Oh no, they're as long as his ankles. Like down to his ankles. It's kind of crazy. But game looks really good. I mean, just look at like the waves and like the backgrounds of these games. On a 4090, they look amazing. Or it looks amazing. But like just imagine like that's the quality you're getting is very much in line with like Ori and the Blind Forest.
I was paid to deliver you
But
sucker in one piece.
seeing that this is the game I chose because the developer provided it, again, thanks to them, I'm going to say that if you want to see games that you vote on, then you need to vote. Go to the YouTube channel. While you're here, subscribe. If you're on Twitter, X, go over to YouTube. It's just youtube.com/@factorofgames or .com/@factorofgames and subscribe. Just make sure the bell notification's on. I go through, showcase whatever games are voted on. I put the 4 up every day. You vote on 1 each day for 5 days, and then those 5 games move to the Saturday show. And then I pick games like this where we can go through, take a look at a game, just see what it's going to look like. You know, it might be a new release, might be one that's coming out. This game just launched on Friday maybe. So the 20 or the 18th, 19th. So the game's really interesting. It's got like that Dark Souls mechanic to it, but it's also got like more the Diablo-esque style view. Plays really well. I've been enjoying it, but those are the types of games that we show, as well as the ones you vote on. So definitely vote every week. We get probably into the hundreds of people voting each day. It'd be nice to, you know, keep that up and, you know, even have more folks involved and really like get everybody's opinion on like what games you want to see playing on these devices. But if you don't, just tune in. That's also good. You can check out the channel on all the different socials. So LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, X, Facebook, and I think that's it. Yeah, those are the 5 right now. It's been really fun doing this. I really enjoy everybody stopping in and talking about it. And if you haven't also subscribed, you get to know like, hey, there's a new video going up every day of a game running on the Steam Deck Oled or the Legion Go or the Steam Deck LCD. I probably got, I would guess, somewhere in the realm of like 1,200 videos on the channel. 950 of them are Steam Deck related. So like games actually running on the Steam Deck. So I spent a lot of time doing that. Oh, I gotta go get the food over here. Really enjoy the Steam Deck and these types of devices. Also enjoy the Legion Go. To me, it's not like a war between like what device is right. It's just like we're all winning because these things actually are doing really well and they play really well. But appreciate everybody for stopping in. Thank you so much. I think that's going to be it here. You've seen a little bit of the game, but we're getting 60 on the Legion Go. I'm going to do a real view video of it, so you get a chance to see even more of that this week. But until then, I hope everybody has a great weekend. I hope you have a great week coming up, and I hope you come back Saturday and you vote every day right on this, because I want to make sure that we're getting everybody's opinion in and that we're writing, you know, what games, well, not writing it, but like calling out what games you want to see and making sure that you get a chance to check those out before you even go in and buy them. But that's it from my end, folks. Appreciate everybody stopping in. Thank you so much. And we will talk next Saturday. Have a good night.